Up next, we wrap up the first half of the championship match, and the Rage Tag Team Championships are on the line, with superstar Billy Graham and Jesse the Body Ventura set to challenge Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune. Wylde Fortune for the championships.
Wylde Fortune has some skills, Don, but this match is going to be a tough one for Chris and Jeff.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the prestigious Honor Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 540 pounds.
The superstar, alongside Jesse Ventura, hot off his win last week over Carlito, superstar Billy Graham. With a chance to win the Rage Tag Team Championships, all they've got to do is get past Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune. Well, Wylde Fortune built themselves a reputation within their very first year of beating bigger, stronger, tougher opponents, including opponents in the Legends division, and this is going to prove an interesting contest with Graham and Ventura.
I remember one of Wylde Fortune's earliest Year 1 matches, when they beat the brakes off Dusty Rhodes and Magnum. They were the team champions just a few months later. Chris and Jeff had been through a lot as a team, even splitting up once for a while, but they couldn't stay separate forever.
And introducing the champions at a combined weight of 432 pounds. They are the prestigious Honor Tag Team Champions.
Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune, 12-year men with the company, and now the reigning Rage Tag Team Champions. Not their first time holding tag team gold. They were the former Eastern Division Tag Team Champions, and that title was still in effect. And tonight they've got a very tall challenge indeed in front of them, in the form of superstar Billy Graham and Jesse the Body Ventura. I really don't even know if Chris and Jeff will be able to withstand that kind of punishment.
Actually, yeah, they can, Don. Chris and Jeff have endured insane amounts of punishment and still come out on top with a win. They're actually kind of amazing that way, and it's gone a long way to keeping Wylde Fortune at the top of the mountain.
The real danger here to Wylde Fortune is the superior size and strength of superstar Billy Graham and Jesse the Body Ventura. They may try to use that to their advantage, try to exploit it as best they can. Perhaps try and force their way to a win over Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune.
Wylde Fortune was the first team to snag the Rage Tag titles, less than a year old, but worth everything to Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune, and they've been defending them solidly.
But indeed, Wylde Fortune facing some heavy opposition in Graham and Ventura. Will they have the wherewithal to retain the titles? Is the question at hand.
You know the drill, Don. The champs are favored to win same as usual, but Graham and Ventura have enough power and bad intentions to try and bully their way to a win over Chris and Jeff, and I hope that doesn't happen.
So it is going to be Jesse Ventura and Chris Wylde starting us off in this tag team match here. There's the bell. Chris Wylde moving towards Jesse Ventura, receiving a couple of rude chops and a gouge to the eyes, and Chris Wylde retaliating immediately, kick to the midsection, followed up by a series of hard shots and a beautiful dropkick. And Chris Wylde tagging in his partner Jeff Fortune. The Wylde Fortune team working like a well-oiled machine as always. Jeff all the way up and all the way down. Beautiful crossbody from Jeff Fortune. And Jesse Ventura starting to experience some difficulty. Look at this. Here we go again. Chris Wylde back in. And what a spear right there. Cover. 1, 2. But no. Jesse Ventura easily powering out of that pit. Chris Wylde gets countered by Jesse Ventura. Jesse with a throat chop. Whoa, Chris Wylde quick with the counter. They lock up again. Chris Wylde gets scoop slam. Jesse Ventura starting to fire back here on Chris Wylde. Trying to escort Chris Wylde into the corner, off receiving quite a bit of resistance here. Chris Wylde finds his way out of that one. They lock up. And Chris Wylde has him up. Whoa! Slammed him down face first. And now in comes Jeff Fortune. And here comes superstar Billy Graham on the tag. Fresh change of partners. Jeff Fortune receiving the worst of it across the back and stomach of Jeff Fortune. Superstar Billy Graham goes for the cover. 1, 2. But Jeff Fortune finds his way out. Superstar Graham with Jeff Fortune up and over. Look at this. Jeff Fortune quickly turning things around off Superstar Graham with a neckbreaker drop and a spear. Jeff Fortune covers and hooks a leg. 1, 2. No. Billy Graham escapes the pin. Here comes Chris Wylde again. Easy to lose count. How many times Chris and Jeff will tag each other in. Chris Wylde works a submission on Superstar Graham, but Graham is going to find his way out. Jesse Ventura and Jeff Fortune mixing it up here too. Suplex from Superstar Graham on Chris Wylde. Now Superstar Graham pummeling Chris Wylde with hard right hand and a beautiful elbow. And Chris Wylde takes down the Superstar. Rolling elbow across the chest of Superstar Graham. And Chris Wylde firing back on his opponent, Superstar Graham. And Jeff Fortune doing his bid for King and Country on the outside against Jesse Ventura. Superstar Graham retaliating with knuckles to the side of the skull of Chris Wylde. Chris Wylde rounded up. Oh, Superstar Graham rounds him up over the shoulders here. And, oh, head first into the turnbuckle for Chris Wylde. The Rage Tag Team Champions having their share of problems at the hands of Superstar Graham and Jesse Ventura. In comes Jesse Ventura on the tag as Chris Wylde tags in Jeff Fortune. Another fresh exchange of partners. Collar and elbow tie-up kick to the midsection and a DDT from Jeff Fortune. Superstar Graham on the outside. Jeff Fortune working on Jesse Ventura on the inside. Jesse Ventura can't seem to mount any offense here. Slam face first into the canvas. Jeff Fortune not giving Jesse Ventura any opportunity. Jeff Fortune is Jesse by the hair. Head first into the turnbuckle. Turns him around. Double chop to the back. Puts him up into the top of the seat, and here we go. Jeff Fortune, look at this, with an avalanche. And out into the center of the ring, spills Jesse Ventura. Jeff Fortune goes for the cover. 1, 2, but no. Superstar Graham right there. Jeff Fortune gets rounded up by Jesse Ventura. Scoop slammed right in the center of the ring. Here comes Superstar Graham on the tag. Jeff Fortune locks him up. Whoa, from behind, slams him down. Goes for a pin. 1. Only a 1. But a clever pin administered by Jeff Fortune. Kick to the midsection. And whoa! Pancake his face right into the canvas face first. Here comes Chris Wylde on the tag. Right now, it's all about Wylde Fortune in control of this match. Flip over neck whip from Chris Wylde. Former tag team champions Chris Wylde, of course, a Memphis millionaire. Both he and Jeff Fortune love competing as a tag team. Chris Wylde with Superstar Graham up and over into a suplex. Chris tags in Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune Here comes Jesse Ventura. They lock up. Ventura up and over the shoulders with Jeff Fortune here. Referee counting Superstar Graham out here. Here we go, up and over and out onto the floor goes Jeff Fortune. Jesse Ventura out on the outside on the wrong side of town between both Chris and Jeff. Well, Fortune's not going to give them any breathing room. Jesse Ventura makes his way back into the ring, and look, whoa, what? The Grand Wizard being attacked by Jeff Fortune. As Jesse Ventura attacks Chris Wylde, leaving him on the outside, tags in Superstar Billy Graham. And Jeff Fortune, for reasons known only to himself, just teeing off on the Grand Wizard of Wrestling on the outside. Whoa, look at this, all the way up in an electric chair position. The Wiz absolutely getting manhandled here. Superstar Graham taking in all the excitement, but look at this. Whoa! Electric chair dropped not once but twice by Jeff Fortune. I don't know why he went after the Grand Wizard, but he sure has. Into the ring steps goes the Wiz. Jeff Fortune gone absolutely berserk. The Grand Wizard doesn't know if he's coming or going. Jeff Fortune absolutely relentless. Somebody got to pull him off. The Grand Wizard, who can't handle that kind of abuse. Jeff Fortune just teeing off on the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. Chris Wylde laid out on the outside on the other side of the ring. Superstar Graham showing off and talking trash. Here comes Jeff Fortune from behind. Superstar Graham counters with elbows. Backs Jeff Fortune off. Now from behind again. Oh! Jeff Fortune with a quick counter. And a short DDT face first. For Superstar Graham, in comes Chris Wylde on the tag. Chris Wylde locks up. And out goes Superstar Graham onto the floor. Chris Wylde really laying it on thick to Superstar Graham. Superstar makes his way back in. Chris Wylde maybe trying to go. Whoa. Superstar Graham trying to mount some offense here, but Chris Wylde not giving him any opportunity. Head first into the turnbuckle goes for Superstar. Counters with an elbow and escapes. Misses with a chop. Knee to the midsection. Superstar Graham escorts Chris Wylde to his corner. Chris Wylde quickly sliding out of that trouble right there. Kick to the midsection. Grabs the Superstar. Woohoo! Again, face first. Slam by Chris Wylde. The Grand Wizard just about recovered from his beating at the hands of Jeff Fortune. And here comes Jeff Fortune on the tag. And Superstar Graham is laid out. Hard kick to the back. Jeff Fortune. Wait a minute here. He did it again. Went right out on the apron and just plunged himself down on the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. And again, for the second time of asking, Jeff Fortune laying into the Grand Wizard. Superstar Graham seen enough. He goes into the ring steps too. And Jeff Fortune, a one-man army here on the wrong side of town, but the Grand Wizard writhing like a fish out of water. Jeff Fortune right back on him again. Jeff Fortune has gone absolutely bats. What is going on here? Superstar Graham has seen more than enough slams. Jeff Fortune into the barricade, trying to cool his jets. Graham whips him into the barricade, but Jeff puts on the brakes. Superstar puts on the brakes ahead of the ring steps. The Grand Wizard back to his feet again. Jesse Ventura catching some hell here too. Jeff Fortune, a one-man army over here. Look at this. And the crowd is going nuts here in Stuttgart. Superstar Graham up into a bear hug with Jeff Fortune. And Jeff in some trouble here. He may not make it. Here comes Chris Wylde, who saves the day for his tag team partner. Superstar Graham whips Chris out to the outside. Chris Wylde on the outside. Jeff Fortune catches a knee from Superstar Graham. Superstar Graham countered by Jeff Fortune. They lock up. Jeff has Graham up, slams him face down again. Jeff Fortune. One more time, quick counter from Superstar Graham, who is now bleeding profusely. Jeff Fortune all the way up, slams him down yet one more time. Jeff Fortune absolutely relentless here, going after everybody. Graham, Ventura, the Grand Wizard, everybody's got some help from Jeff Fortune here. Jeff Fortune with Superstar Graham up one more time, and again, that is the fourth time Jeff Fortune has administered that move. Now into a submission on Superstar Billy Graham, who is bleeding, battered, and bruised. Jesse Ventura breaks up the submission there. Jeff Fortune rounds up Graham, pummels him mercilessly. Whoa! Graham with a dragon screw, trying to put out the fire here with an eyedropper. Jeff Fortune misses with his move. Graham with a quick slap. Jeff Fortune counters again with a kick to the midsection. Has him up. Whoa, suplex with a... Whoa, look at this. For a second one, wow. With a pin, bridge, everything. One. Jeff Fortune too close to the ropes, but that was beautifully executed. Jeff Fortune waiting on the Superstar here. Charges and pounces, and boom. Spear. 1, 2, and no. Jesse Ventura there to spoil the party. Jeff Fortune pitches him to the outside, goes right back to work on Superstar Graham. Now Jeff Fortune over in his corner, perhaps conferring with Chris Wylde. As Jeff Fortune makes his way to the second rope. Woohoo! Misses with the crossbody. Graham just out of the way, power bomb. And whoa! What a savage kick to the face from Superstar Graham. Jeff Fortune fails to nail the drop kick. Graham has him up. A little bit of payback there. Pancake face first to the canvas. It's Jeff Fortune. Graham, hard shot, turns him around. Goes behind, has him up over the shoulders. Oh my. Slammed him twice. Once across the back and once across the stomach. Graham dragging Jeff Fortune, center ring. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Almost new tag team champions, but not quite. Superstar Graham tags in Jesse Ventura. Jeff Fortune just getting to his feet. Graham waiting right there for him. Oh my, here we go, pile driver. And that could be the end right there. Jesse Ventura dragging Jeff Fortune. Goes for the cover, and here we go. 1, 2. Chris Wylde right there to spoil the party again. Ventura fails to connect with the leg drop. Jeff Fortune turns it into a spear and goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, Jesse Ventura. Just, oh my, Chris Wylde going wild indeed on Superstar Graham on the outside. Chris Wylde with the submission on Jesse Ventura. Look at this, Jesse Ventura has had enough. He's tapping out. Wylde Fortune retains the Rage Tag Team Championship.
Here are your winners and still the prestigious Honor Tag Team Champions.
Okay, that was a great win. Wylde Fortune wins again, retains the tag titles. But someone is gonna have to find out why Jeff Fortune lost his rabbit-ass mind on the whiz like that. Granted, I'm no fan of the Grand Wizard, but that was just straight out of left field. I'd really love to know what made Jeff snap that way.
Christy, that is indeed a question that someone will have to ask Jeff Fortune. But a terrific win, retaining the Rage Tag Team titles for Wylde Fortune at the expense of Superstar Billy Graham and Jesse the Body Ventura. More RWO Rage coming up when we continue.